Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah wa alihi wa ashabihi ajmain ila yawmiddin. Qala Allah ta'ala fil Quran al-Majid, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kunu ansarullahi kama qala Isa ibn Maryam lil hawariyina man ansari ila Allah. Qala al-hawariyuna nahnu ansarullah fa'amanat ta'ifatu min bani Israila wa kafarat ta'ifa fa'ayyadna alladhina amanu ala aduwwihim fa'asbahu zahidin. Sadaqallahu al-aliyyul azim. Brothers, I don't have any words to express my gratitude and thanks to all of you for having graced this annual convention. We started yesterday at around this time, almost 10 o'clock, 10:30, all of you were here. It's 24 hours. How time has flown, we could not even understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been very gracious and very kind to all of us, that first and foremost He gave us the tawfiq to come here, and by this coming, I'm sure all of you in the heart of hearts would have been satisfied with this particular program. Are you? Yes. Not at the formality, I'm sure you sincerely feel that having come here. Just now today morning my brother was saying, had I not come here I would have definitely missed this program. And he was very reluctant to come. I said, if you don't come, I'll pick you up, or rather lift you. But he made his mind, he came. Today he says, it's good Imran, but you told me, otherwise I would have really missed something. Anyhow, we don't do anything for the sake of pleasing people, we do it for the sake of Allah. Allah has large plans for us, and that's why all these arrangements Allah makes to make us come, see, meet, interact, engage, think, take certain firm decisions before we return home. The actual work starts only from now, after you have come here. This has been more like a theoretical class for you. What is now going to be observed is, for all of us, our practical life and practical work we are going to put in after this theoretical one-day session. Hope you understood what I said. இது 24 மணி நேரம் இங்கே இருந்தோமே, இது ஒரு தியரிட்டிக்கல் கிளாஸ், தியரி. இப்போ என்ன செய்யணும்? இப்போ ப்ராக்டிக்கலாக இது காமிக்கணும், செஞ்சு காமிக்கணும். இது 24 மணி நேரம் ஒரு பயிற்சி. இது பயிற்சியுடைய பெனிஃபிட் இப்போ எங்களுக்கு வர நாட்களில் நம்ம அதை இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணி காமிக்கணும். For this, very important is our character, as I have been saying, how we behave with our family members. We may talk great things about Islam, but if we do not know how to talk to our wife and children, if we do not know how to talk to our parents, if we do not know how to behave with our brothers and sisters and relatives, if we do not know how to behave with our neighbors and with the Musallis who come to the masjid, and if we do not know how to behave with our employees or our colleagues, then whatever we may gain knowledge, I don't think it has much benefit. எவ்வளோ எங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் கிடைத்தாலும் மற்றவர்கள் கூட நம்ம அதை சரியாக நம்ம பிஹேவ் பண்ணலைன்னா, பிஹேவ்க்கு என்ன சொல்லுங்க, நடந்து கொள்ளாமல் இருந்தால் அது பின்ன என்ன பிரயோஜனம்? कुरान पढ़ को क्या तुम्हें ऐसे ही क्या कर कुछ बोलेंगे? कौन भी कुरान पढ़ते கூட நீங்கள் அப்படி தானே இருக்கீங்க. குரான் சொல்கிறீங்க, ஆனால் நீங்கள் பேசு நீங்கள் நடந்தது முறை, நீங்கள் பிஸ்னஸ் டிரான்சாக்ஷன் செய்கிறது, the way you earn your livelihood, no change at all. Then what is the point? And the first mistake going to be pointed out is only by your wife. And nobody knows us better than our own wives. You're observing us very closely. You went for the program, came back, you're going for the Quran class every day, but this is the way you behave. Suppose she turns around and asks you this question. I know we have heard this question several times. कुरान पढ़ को भी तुम्हारी ये हालत है, ज़बान को रोकथाम नहीं, गुस्से पर कंट्रोल नहीं. Yeah? Look into the small matters. Maybe appearing very ordinary, it has a major role to play. There are the certificates which are required for us to get into paradise. Your parents should certify you have been the best son to me. Yeah? Your wife should certify, this is the best husband I have. To get certificate from all over the world is easy. To get certificate, what? Naveed may have got it already. Anwar bhai, Naveed ke karte role na certificate hai. Otherwise, no need to say. But எல்லாருக்கும் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வைஃப் சர்டிஃபிகேட் திட்டு தான் வாங்குவீங்க போய் கேட்டா. So children also, they look up at you as role models, yeah. How is my father behaving? How is my father earning? How is my father talking to me? Is my father really concerned about my future, my life? Or he's only busy in his own life, in his own world? These are small areas, but very crucial areas. We need to pay attention in these areas. Yeah? Parents, particularly those who are parents, are very, very blessed, let me tell you. Irshad bhai knows, I know. We've lost our parents. We know how much we miss them today. You have parents, take the duas. Serve them. Quran पढ़ को मेरा बच्चा जो है बदल गया है, yeah? The Quran has transformed him. He takes good care of us now, not the way he was taking care earlier. No, he's taking extra good care of us. Our lives from the Quran should relate, our knowledge from the Quran should relate to our lives. There should not be any disconnect. Which means that as we study the Quran on a day-to-day basis and get more and more information from the Quran, we should put it into practice and implement them straight away. Otherwise, we will be just gaining knowledge and knowledge and knowledge. But if that knowledge is not going to be put into practice, then tell me what's the use of it? Even the Bani Israel, the scholars among the Bani Israel, they had a lot of knowledge. There was no dearth of knowledge. But the problem was, they did not implement it sincerely, whatever they had learned. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls them donkeys, with loads of information with them, but not knowing its value and how to put it into practice. Our life should not become like that. Let me put it this way. As believers, first and foremost, Alhamdulillah, we have accepted Islam consciously by reciting the kalima shahada, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu, which means we have entered the fold of Islam. We are now called Muslims. But is that sufficient? Definitely not. That's just a beginning. But only after understanding consciously the meaning of this kalima, and after our hearts totally accepting them, then only we become mu'minin, true believers. And just by Muslimin and mu'minin, still things are not enough. Then we go on to become a God-fearing person, a muttaqeen, which means that we keep away from all sins and from all haram. And about taqwa, there are so many definitions in the Quran which you also know. Fourth is, we become a muhsin. Muhsin means where now you are becoming a benefactor to the humanity. Muhsin e insaniyat, जिसको उर्दू में बोलते हैं. You become beneficial to others. Where you do good to others. You're not just selfish to be a perfect person on your own, but how do you share this goodness with others? Do you help them in the time of need? उनकी ज़रूरत पर काम आना, गरीबों की मदद करना, कर्जदारों के क़र्ज़ की अदायगी की फ़िक्र करना, बच्चियां हैं बग़ैर शादीशुदा तो उनके निकाह का इंतज़ाम करने में कोशिशें करना. Whatever good you can do. This is the fourth stage, Muhsin. First stage is the first stage, Muslim. Second, Mu'min. Third, Muttaqi. Fourth, Muhsin. Many people stop at Muttaqi. They'll read Tahajjud, they'll read Nawabin, they'll read Chash, they'll read, besides the 5 times of all those things. But लोगों के लिए कोई फायदामंद नहीं है. You're not benefiting anybody beyond your own self, which is nothing but selfishness. And the best way to become a Muslim is to care about their practicing Islam. Besides giving them monetary support, helping them and all that, those whom you feel around you are not come to the Quran or do not know the teachings of Islam, bring them to that. That is also being a Muslim. You are doing good to somebody by bringing somebody on the straight path. And last, very important final level is which Allah calls Ansarullah. Become helpers of Allah. Does Allah need help? Does Allah need help? No. Help Allah means, helpers of Allah means help the religion of Islam to grow, to dispel the misunderstandings, to do the work of dawah, inviting the non-Muslims towards Islam, conveying the teachings of the Quran to the outsiders, share the teachings of Islam with others. This is what is called Ansarullah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kunu ansarullah. Become helpers of Allah. It's an order. It's an order. Yes, Allah says, Aqimus salat, order. Wa atiyuz zakat, order. Likewise, kunu ansarullah. Become helpers of Allah. Every Muslim, every believer has to become ansarullah. We need to join together to work for the cause of Islam, through the work of dawah, to propagate the teachings of Islam, particularly the Quran, to the outside world. Today, whatever we feel, oh, Muslims are in a state of fear in India, this will happen, that will happen, the people don't like us here, the political climate is not conducive, the enemy is all over, this organization, that party, this political party. They do it only because of ignorance. It's our responsibility for not conveying the message of Islam and showing them and sharing the beauty of Islam to them, that they are misled and certain fringe elements exploit that situation, and after that we find fault with them. It's our fault for not conveying the message of Islam before them, for not becoming Ansarullah. So look into all these factors. There are many things to speak on this, but very important is whatever we study, let us put it into practice. Lima takhuluna ma la taf'alun. Why do you say something which you do not do yourself? You promote Islam, you talk about the Quran, you even run Quran classes and you teach people. But if we ourselves are not going to be role models for others, what's the use? So, all these things are something which we really need to pay attention, and we need to put it into action, and we all join together to convey the message of the Quran before the people. I want this program to go to the next level of even reaching out to the non-Muslim brothers and sisters. They are ignorant about Islam. On the day of Qiyamah, suppose our non-Muslim friends and contacts and whoever we had relationship in this world, business relationship, customer relationship, whatever relationship, if we fail to convey the message of Islam before them, on the day of Qiyamah, we may be held accountable before Allah. We call the non-Muslims kafirs. What right we have to call them to kafirs? எங்களுக்கு என்ன உரிமை உங்களுக்கு காஃபிர் கூப்பிடுது? Kafir means what? What is the meaning of the word? One answer to one answer. Kafir means what? इनकार करने वाले, रिजेक्ट करने वाले. तुम बात ही सामने नहीं रखे तो क्या बात पर इनकार किया? Disbeliever, you said, or one who rejects. What had he rejected for you to call him a kafir? Not even present a message before him. So what did he reject then? You understood what I said? You not even உங்க நீங்க அந்த செய்தி தான் எடுத்து வைக்கல, அவங்க என்ன நிராகரித்தார்கள்? நீங்க செய்தி எடுத்து வச்சா தான் எங்க உங்களுக்கு முடிவு வர முடியும். அவங்க நிராகரித்தார்கள், ஏத்துனாங்கன்ட்டு. நீங்க செய்தி எடுத்து வைக்க முன்னாலே தான் என்ன செய்றீங்க? அவங்களுக்கு நிராகரித்தார்கள். என்னதான் நிராகரித்தார்கள்? நீங்க செய்தி தான் எடுத்து வைக்கலன்னா அவங்க முன்னாடி. You understand my point, Aswad bhai? So we use terminologies. The other day somebody was saying, oh, kafir, oh, mushrik. என்னங்க mushrik kafir? நீங்க என்ன செய்தி எடுத்து வச்சீங்க? உங்க முன்னால அவங்க நிராகரித்திருக்காங்க. Another meaning of the word kufr is what?
Ungrateful.
Being ungrateful. Only if you have conveyed the message of Islam will he be grateful to you. How can you make him understand or give him that term that is ungrateful? What have you done good to him for him to become ungrateful to you? On the contrary, you have been ungrateful for receiving the blessings of Allah and not sharing it with them. Third meaning of kufr is also there, which is the actual meaning of the word kufr. Yes? Actual meaning of the word kufr. Hide. Because in Arabic terminology, a farmer is also called a kafir. A kisan ko, அது என்ன சொல்றோம் தமிழ்ல விவசாயிக்கு நம்ம காஃபிர் சொல்றோம் because he hides the seed under the soil. वो बीज को जो है जमीन के नीचे छुपाता है, बोता है. seed தெரியும்ல உள்ளே போடுறாரு, அதுக்கு மறைச்சிருக்காரு, ரைட்? அப்போ யார் இது மறைக்கிறாங்க? நம்ம மறைக்கிறோமா அவங்கள பண்றோமா? Who's hiding? Are we hiding or they are hiding? We are only hiding. We are not conveying the message of Islam to them. We are hiding the facts and the blessings and the truth that we have with us. So who is more applicable to this terminology? You decide. You understood what I said? யாருக்கு இந்த காஃபிருடைய பேரு பொருத்தமா இருக்கும் அதை நீங்க டிசைட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. So it's a very sad state of affairs. Look into all these matters. But as I said, no aggressive approach, with a lot of wisdom, with tactfulness, with love and affection, empathizing with them, not sympathizing with them, empathizing. मैं आज उनकी जगह पर रहता तो मेरी हालत क्या होती? Today you and I also would have been worshipping statues, but Allah has saved us. So we need to empathize with them. Look into all these matters. Study the Quran in an analytical manner, see how we can implement it, how we can share these teachings with our own family members, with our relatives, and also with our non-Muslims contacts. Have good connections with them, win their hearts, and don't leave them ignorant. When Prophet ﷺ used to see somebody passing away, first question, the thought that will come into his mind is, has he passed away without my message reaching him? Then what will I answer Allah on the day of Qiyamah? That's why when a great caravan came to Medina and Prophet returned home after serving the cause of Islam and came home, and the moment he heard this noise of the caravan, he left the food and everything there, again put his kameez and walked out. When he was asked, he said, suppose the caravan comes and by the time I finish my food, it goes away, and if I have not conveyed the message of Islam to them on the day of Qiyamah, how will I answer Allah? ஒரு காலம் அந்த கேரவன் என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க, அது போயிட்டு இருந்தால் அது நான் மறுமை நாளில் யாரும் அவங்களுக்கு செய்தி கிடைக்காம போயிட்டா, நான் என்னுடைய சாப்பாடு, என்னுடைய கம்ஃபர்ட்டு, என்னுடைய வேலையை முடிச்சுட்டு போக வரைக்கும் அது போயிட்டு இருந்தால் நாளைக்கு எல்லாருக்கு என்ன பதில் தர முடியும்? ஒரு காலம் அவங்க செய்தி கேட்காம போயிட்டா, அந்த கவலையோட அவங்க வாழ்க்கை இருந்தது. எல்லாம் சொல்லுவாங்க, guide us all, and whatever we are learning, may Allah help us to put it into practice. Very important is consistency, regularity. Somebody was saying, so Javed Bhai was saying, we should get an alumni of the Quran. There is no alumni for the Quran at all. Alumni is when you pass out. With the Quran, you don't pass out till your last breath. And once we finish one round, doesn't mean you are done. It is not like any other course. एक बार खत्म कर डाले हो गया. No. You finish one batch, join the other batch. Finish the second batch, join the third batch. Finish the third batch, join the fourth batch. As many batches Allah has given you life. There is no alumni for the Quran. We can become alumni only on the day of Qiyamah. In this world, we are always students of the Quran class till our last breath. Mark these words what I am speaking to you. बहुत से लोग बोलते हैं मैं तो एक बैच फिनिश कर डाला, आते आते भी हम रास्ते में एक जने को मिले, पुराने कुरान क्लास और क्या मुश्ताक भाई तुम्हें आते दिन हमारी क्लास को, मैं एक नहीं भाई 2 क्लास में तुम्हारे अटेंड कर डाला। ऐसे क्या कौन करते हैं ना तुम्हें? But I didn't argue too much with him because that was not the right moment. So many people think one batch is over, I've done. No. With Quran, there's no alumni at all. We are students of the. I'm a student of the Quran class. He is also a student. We are all students. We are not teachers. Just to help you to understand better only, we are doing. That's it. But we are also learning every day more than you all. So nobody can become an alumni or a teacher except Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who was a teacher of the Quran. Nobody else is a teacher at all. We are all students. I will continue to remain students of the Quran class till our last breath. No alumni. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.